She's here, everyone. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you're new here, hey, my name's Bonnie. I have a YouTube channel that's about slow fashion, secondhand fashion, lifestyle vlogs, and soon to be thrift flip videos because baby, I just got a sewing machine. I've stitched a few things, like very bog standard, like I've sewn a button onto a jacket before. That's the kind of level we're talking at here, people. Like, I am below a novice. Like, what even is a needle? I have never used a sewing machine in my life, but I feel so passionate about making clothes. I go charity shop shopping all the time. I think it's such a shame to put something back even though you have a vision for it to be something else entirely that you will wear. Which is why I've also got this. Without further ado, let's get into opening it. There's a little handle. This isn't really obvious, but it is like really heavy. Got a little helpline here. This is it. What's this? Oh, this is like a cover for it, and this bag, which looks a little bit like I'm gonna have to read some instructions. These things always remind me of Toy Story. Anyone else? Oh my gosh, wow. I've never even like seen a sewing machine up close. It's like it's an extinct animal or something. Wow. I'm not too sure what this is. Oh, this is the foot pump. Okay, so you get a little twiddly dial thing, another twiddly dial thing. Got a thing here, lots of things on top. It's gonna take me a while to figure out what the fuck I'm doing. As the owner of a new Singer sewing machine, you are about to begin an exciting adventure in creativity. From the moment you first use your machine, you will know you are sewing on one of the easiest to use sewing machines ever made. Even though I'm a beginner, and they do recommend that you buy a beginner machine that has less options to work with and it's more simpler, I thought if I'm going to be buying a sewing machine, and if I really want to get into this, I want to get a sewing machine that you can make everything with, i.e. you can sew with leather, denim, vinyl, any kind of thick material. I didn't want to be restrictive with things that I could use on the sewing machine, which is why I went with a heavy duty sewing machine. And Singer happened to be the one that was most popular with people I followed on TikTok. Okay, cool. I don't know if I've set it up correctly, but that is the first time I have sewn something on a sewing machine. Woohoo! Okay, so it's massively knotted at the back. I don't know what I'm doing. This was the second attempt. Slight improvement, but still not there. So it has been, I don't even know how many weeks since the first part of that video. It did take me quite a while to learn how to sew on the device. I did try sewing on some faux leather. This was an old sewing costume. I tried doing it curved. And then here is a clear picture of all of the different stitches. Width was really wide, which is why they look so big. On some polyester wool, I don't really know. And then I tried to make a top, and this is how it ended up. I wasn't following a tutorial. I was just going with it. And then that was the attempted strap. And let me tell you something, it is way more frustrating than I first realised. There you can see me trying to hem the edges for the first time. I thought hemming was going to be easy. It's not. You have to be really patient with it, and you have to have everything on the correct setting for it to work as best as it possibly can. So I thought, okay, on this video, I really do want to show you guys something that I've made or thrift flipped for the first time whilst using this beautiful machine. That's what I did. If you guys remember seeing this top, I really liked the print, but I didn't like the fit. I tried thrift flipping it by cutting the sleeves off, but I still, in all honesty, didn't like it that much. So I thought, oh, I'm actually going to try and make that top into another top whilst using this machine. So this is the end result. Eek, this is it. and I'm really happy with myself. I know it's not perfect. There are some really obvious flaws, like it's slightly wonky. The strap that I have here is just a raw hem, which means, for those of you who don't know, it's just been cut and it hasn't been hemmed, so it's like frayed, as you can see here. I love it, and I'm so proud of myself for making it. I feel really fucking good about myself because I did follow a tutorial. However, the way that I made it, it was way too big. I then tried making it smaller, and then when I made it smaller, it was too small. This is how it looked before, and it was just too gaping, too big for me, so I just made like a second hole here. So it wasn't actually meant to look like this, but I prefer it like this anyway, and I love the colours. I'll post the YouTube tutorial that I followed below if you want to make one yourself. Side note, they didn't actually use a sewing machine in the tutorial. They just used like haberdashery glue. So if you do want to try thrift flipping a top yourself and you don't have a sewing machine, there is an alternative, which is really fun and really cool. So this is my first ever thrift flip and first ever top I have successfully made with the Singer heavy duty sewing machine, and it feels really good. If you go into Urban Outfitters, right, this top is going to cost you £29, £29. This, I can't even remember how much this top cost me. I think it was £1. I'm not actually too sure, but impressive, right?
Her name's Fashion.
What I've learned from making my own piece of clothing for the first time, I've discovered how it's actually really time consuming, can be really frustrating. There's a lot of maths involved. Like, it's not just, yeah, I'm stitching and sewing, this is so fun. You have to get the correct measurements. I found a whole new appreciation for the clothes that I own. Putting together an item of clothing, so like a pair of jeans or a coat or a top, it's way more intricate than I first realised. I've never thought, how do you actually make this? I've always just bought something. That's what most people do. You don't really think twice about how something is actually made because there's no need to. So I have loads of scrap clothing. This is a pair of suede trousers that Jess had that she doesn't want anymore, so I've just started to cut them up. These pair of trousers, the leg measurement, how many pieces of faux suede it's taken to put it together, the elastic band, all of the stitching that goes on inside, the zip, someone had to manually put the zip in, someone had to manually put the label in. Realistically, everything is handmade because you can't make clothes by a machine. Since I've been more hands-on with clothes, it's made me feel more aware of where the clothes are coming from and who's made them. And when you hold the item of clothing, almost picture the journey that it's gone through to be in your hand, you can find much more value in your clothes. It takes a lot of effort and time and money for them to be in your hand. Despite the fact that you may have bought it for £5, there's still like a crazy amount of work that goes into that. So that's how my view on clothing has changed, literally just from making this singular top, which is taking me blood, sweat and fucking tears. When you start to make your own clothes, you then start to realise how much work it takes just to make a singular piece of clothing. With this, I want to make a really nice denim corset, which I think will be extremely difficult, but we gotta start somewhere, girl. This maybe again like a nice halter neck top, which I think would be a really nice cowgirl outfit that I could wear with my cowgirl boots that I can never seem to pronounce properly. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Every comment is really appreciated and I reply to every single comment. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.